High German, and it is the Old and New Testament, because they are Christians and they use the Bible in its entirety. Okay? Another thing you notice about that hymnal when you get a glance is no musical notes. They do not use musical instruments. They sing a cappella. So there are no musical notes. All right? Prayers are coming from the hymnal or memorized, again, in the High German. And then there are two sermons. A short one of half an hour, a longer one of an hour and a half. Those are in the combination of Pennsylvania Dutch and High German. So you realize church is 3 to 3.5 hours. No English is spoken. Okay? Now we have a tape so that you can hear, if you were seated at a church service, a little bit like it would sound to you. Okay? The first thing, of course, is going to be the singing. Preaching would say.
Ons is hart för denga, ons is hart för såga, av oss hårt leid vunnet sedig varvera, att det vargen ons beweisen, vi har tänkt med så geschrift och formen väg foran, och då är en fredag då kom bomber och falla, och så.
Now remember, this is not Holland Dutch. So it really should be said Pennsylvania Deutsch, because it's a dialect of German. Okay? Now church continues till around almost 12 o'clock. And it is now the privilege of the lady of the house to feed everyone. How many I said? 75, 125, 175? So, the day before she's baked at least 50 loaves of homemade bread, and probably what are called schnitz pies. Schnitz is the German word for dried apple. It happens to be delicious, okay? And it's always served as dessert after church, right? What are you going to get to eat? Sliced bologna, sliced cheeses, relishes, peanut butter schmear. Peanut butter schmear is something that's Amish. It's peanut butter mixed with a corn syrup, a little honey, and a little marshmallow fluff. The younger ladies are putting a little marshmallow fluff in there. You girls know what that is, right? You can buy it in the supermarket. Of course, it's delicious on homemade bread. The drink is going to come from the peppermint that grows out in the garden, and that's called meadow tea. Okay? Now, how do you feed all these people? Well, you don't say to them, here's a paper plate, get on the line, talk until you get to the food. It doesn't work like that. You have to create a table to sit to, okay? I'm going to have to ask you to up a little bit, so thank you. Now, boys are going to take these benches, okay, packed in that church wagon, place the benches into braces that are also packed in the church wagon, and 3 of your benches placed in the braces is what gives you tables, okay? Some to sit on, baby seats. You don't need them, you just take them off. If you do, you just put them back on again, no problem. And of course, as you can see, baby's in a safe place. Moms get to eat in peace. From the oldest to the youngest is the way they serve at the table, so that young people learn respect for their elders by waiting their turn. Okay. Now realize, because it's Sunday, we might be fortunate enough to see some of these things as we travel around. Realize that there are a lot of benches in that church wagon or bench wagon.